Welcome back, viewers. This time around, let's take a look at an efficiency item, that being a speed loader for the CZ Scorpion EVO magazines. This speed loader is made by Rapid Fire Technology here in the United States, and they offer these for many different types of magazines. Let's take a look at the positives. It is made out of solid 6061 aluminum and loads 20 rounds at a time. You aren't going to wear out the parts or the simple plunger push action, so that is robust goodness for the long term. The magazine fits very tightly here in the slot, and you load up your 20 9mm rounds here in the channel and then simply push the ram to seat the rounds easily. The ram is nicely rounded and certainly stout, so you don't have wasted effort overcoming flex or sloppiness in the parts. Thus the rounds flow in easily. For some people, loading 30-round double stack mags is physically difficult due to injury or age. This speed loader removes that constraint, so there's some value there besides just time savings. Let's compare the efficiency of loading up one 30-round mag, one by hand and one by using the speed loader. I've got a timer off screen, so let's get started. That took right about 1 minute to load 30 rounds with some fumbling. Now, let's see how long it takes to use the loader to fill up the mag. I've got the timer off screen, and when you do load, you want to kind of keep your hand right here when you drive the ram home and press up on this part, curved part here. Now, if you press down low down here, this has a tendency to rise up and it'll cause the rounds to fling out. So here we go. And that's one of the problems, is that this round can fall down in there, and that can get kind of annoying.
So, how did you go? Let's find out.
So again, that took almost about a minute to load that mag. A little bit of fumbling. I dropped the rounds in there a couple times in the channel, which is kind of annoying, but it loads easily. One other positive I'd like to give this loader is the ease of loading mags with extensions. This is a +10 from Taylor Freelance, so I've got 40 rounds here. There's also a CZ custom base pad that's really expensive. That's a +20, so you can get a 50 round mag for the CZ Scorpion basically. This loader helps a lot with those. Makes it very quick to top those off. On the negative front for this loader, it's not as necessarily speedier than loading it by hand, and it's not cheap. It is well made and will last a lifetime, but if you aren't loading many mags, maybe it isn't for you, as it runs $55. But you have a ton of mags, 15, 20 mags that you're taking to matches or taking out for long range days, works great. It's not very small either, that you'll want to lug it in your range bag very often. Can you? Sure, but in my world, I'd rather load a bunch of mags easily at home with this and then leave it there. My range bag is usually loaded down enough before adding a chunk of aluminum, pretty big like this. Mag Lula is supposed to be releasing a Scorpion version in the spring or summer of 2017, so that would be easier and lighter to throw in your range bag. A rather annoying aspect of this loader is that rounds can fall down easily in this channel, meaning you have to dig them out to stand them up again. So if we're putting them in, load them in, and one falls down like this, yeah, kind of hard to get back in there. Kind of shove my pinky in there hard enough and then run it up against the other bullets, and I can get to stand back up usually. Or you need to grab like a pen or something and get that, or flip this over, which means you just ruined loading those other rounds in. That can be remedied by starting the feed right up against the mag and then using the ram right here to kind of push them in and keep them vertical, and then only move it back a little bit to load some more rounds. So you want to keep them vertical. So to conclude, this is a nice product made here in the US. It does what it's supposed to do. It does it easily with a little waste. I'm not sure it's necessarily that much faster, called a speed loader, than loading by hand. It is definitely not as tedious as loading by hand. And if you're loading a bunch of mags, it's way easier to use this loader. If you're only loading a mag or two, you might as well just do it by hand. You save yourself the money, or wait for the mag Lula to come out. This is a nice to have item, but certainly not a must have. So I give it a recommendation if you're loading a lot of mags and you particularly don't like doing them by hand, or if you have hand problems, arthritis, or you're older, where getting to the end, the stack down here at the end, loading those last few rounds in is troublesome. But other than that, maybe not a loader for you. Thanks for watching. Hope you come back.